So here we are on site, on location, Ventura, California. An incredible day. Got an amazing view behind us. Got an incredible guest that I'm going to introduce in just a moment. The topic, though, getting here to the end of the school year, making the transition into summer. We're trying to make a smooth transition. The trouble is that when kids are younger, elementary school years, you can get them involved with camps, you get all that structure set up, and then suddenly they make the transition in the middle school years. They're a little too old for summer camp for the most part. Still a couple things, but they're really too young to stay at home by themselves, so what are you going to do? So today I welcome to the show Dr. Justin Carter. Received his doctoral degree in clinical psychology. He's now working in private practice. And Justin and I, we've known each other for a long time over the different things. You've gone on to some great things since I first met you years and years ago. But welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here. And today's topic, it's a really important one. Getting to have our children get some responsibility and mature to that time when we really feel comfortable leaving them at home alone. They're not exactly there yet,
right.
But how do we help them get there?
Okay.
One of the big important things is something you've already talked about before, and that would be giving them some structure.
Okay.
Something to look into, to know exactly what's coming from them and what's expected of them.
So put a little structure into that summer schedule.
Absolutely.
And that may help to alleviate some of the tension, you think?
Absolutely. And within that structure, having a routine.
Okay.
Having them know what responsibilities. Do they need to be taking out the trash? Do they need to be doing their dishes? Maybe even pitching in with the laundry. I know you've talked about that a few times before, and having our kids be more hand-on to start developing that responsibility as they mature.
Because I think one of the concerns that I've heard from parents is if we don't get something on the calendar, my child's going to lay around on the couch all day long and watch TV.
And that actually brings me to the next point. We as parents are not responsible for our children's boredom. When they come to you and say, "Dad, I'm bored,"
right?
That's not on us as parents. Let's take that and turn it around and put it on them. If your child's coming to you during the summer and saying, "Mom or Dad, I'm bored," have them come up with what they can do. Empathize with them. I know being bored is not so much fun. What can you do? What can you do to make this more entertaining for yourself? If they can't come up with their own ideas, pitch one or two, but leave it up to them to take action.
I love that. And I think it really fits well with the transition as a whole into the middle school years, when kids are looking for opportunities to be independent, and you're kind of saying, hey, this is your time to step up. You said you wanted me to treat you more like an adult. This is an adult decision, being able to make good use of your time, putting a schedule together, and sure, I can help you out with a couple of ideas, but hey, this is your responsibility now. I like that idea. I think as we make that transition, I love the ideas that you've shared. Are there any things, any problems that really seem to crop up that parents have brought to your attention? Some tension-filled moments, maybe?
I actually think you just hit on it with the desire to be independent, but also very much still needing parents. And that dance is a really delicate one.
Okay.
Some kids are going to make that move towards independence a little more smoothly, where other children are going to find difficulty in really, how much independence do I want? Sometimes kids can get too much independence too quickly and make some bad choices, not know exactly what to do with it. So we want to, as parents, provide those unique opportunities, and it could be as simple as having them do their own laundry.
Right.
Where other kids need a little bit more or a little bit less, and really what it's about is knowing your child, being an expert observer of what they need and where they're going.
Sure. I love what you just said there at the end. I think that's a critical point, because of the thousands of kids that you and I have both seen and parents we've talked to, we know a lot about kids and child development. But one of the things that I've always said to parents is, no matter how much I know about kids, I will never know your child better than you will. And I think you really have to kind of default back to that. You know your child. Sometimes it just means really taking some time to get some focused thought on where they are and how they're developing, and then make decisions accordingly. Yeah?
That's definitely one thing I say to every parent I meet with. You are the expert of your child.
Awesome. Dr. Carter is going to be more of a regular on the show. I wanted to bring him in, introduce him to you today, so you get a little feel for what he's all about, but definitely some unique perspective that I'm looking forward to having you bring to the show.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, buddy.